Yo, 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 what up, what up? How y'all doing on this fine Sunday? I was just scrolling through and I thought this would be an interesting video to add my little commentary to, because I got my own views and opinions and all this, so I'm just going to let them talk and I'm going to react to theirs as we go along. I got some numbers pulled up, settle their dispute, and it's funny how when people want to debate, how it doesn't really stay on the one topic, it starts to divert off to like have supporting points, but those supporting points don't even really like make sense.
I want to know what I said wrong.
I mean,
Where the hate coming from? Nah, let the man speak.
Well, when you say nobody slapping the Stink Team, you can say I'm not slapping the Stink Team no more, but you can't say nobody slapping the Stink Team. That's a bold statement.
One, I didn't say nobody slapping them. I said when mentioned Stink Team, especially out of state, they for sure talking about Draco. I don't hear him saying, "Oh, you know, Catchy or whoever else rapping the Stink Team." They not. Tell me where they're saying their names at.
My boy Cliff right here, Arkansas, right here is speaking highly of the Stink Team from Arkansas. That is thousands of miles away, nowhere near the West Coast.
Correct. And when I asked him, I said, "Hey, the Stink Team is still out here. So which one of them you listening to?" It's like, "Oh, you know, it's the lifestyle that come with it." He not naming nobody. He not naming no projects. He not naming no songs. Then I'm looking at the industry. Okay,
he got there.
When Draco was out here, nigga, he getting alley-oops from Drake. He got Kendrick doing his style. He getting this rapper. Now I'm listening. Okay, Draco gone. Stink.
All right, let's just stop there. Kendrick took a style, whatever that whole debate is, long after Draco passed. So saying Kendrick did that when he was here and like threw him an alley-oop or so, I don't even know where you're going with your argument. That don't even make no sense. Yeah, Drake threw him a kind of an alley-oop, but bro, the song wasn't even that good. From what Wax said the other day, that Draco got, before that song came out, Draco got like a $3-4 million offer to sign. Thought he could put the song out himself, and he probably did good. He probably made some money off of it. But after he released it himself, he tried to go back. This is what Wax said. Tried to go back and get that $4 million deal. The label was like, "Oh, you already released that Drake song." Like, I think he said they wanted to offer him like $800,000 at that point. It's on the Adam and Wax show. You can go find it. I forget which episode it's on, but so yeah, to say they really had help with that, like, yeah, he did. But Draco, it's when you go to jail, that helps a lot. Like with Extension or XXX Extension, Little Peso. It just, when you go to jail, that kind of helps. And Draco made good music, started a flow, started a style, started a dress. He was wearing the baggy bell bottoms long before anybody else was. If you look back at his pictures, fucking viral weight, dude. Like, he's saying out of state. Do you go out of state? I'm just curious. Where are you going? And as you'll see, this argument goes on. Seems like he's more of like a pop radio mainstream kind of guy than listening to like underground independent people sourcing out what you want. And then by Ralphie saying it's a culture and it's a style, it's true, because they built something so big that people fuck with the style, the vibe, the mind state, the lingo, all that stuff. So for you to create something like that, like you gotta recognize it, to say that's not something.
Team still rapping.
Okay.
Who in the industry is reaching back
But Draco
to still do songs with Stink
Draco
Team?
didn't even reach the peak, but he was at a ceiling for LA. Now me, I never reached I was never at a certain point to be like, where did I go? I'm still pushing the same pushing. I'm pushing the brand. Now, if you could say, like, if I was just one of those artists that reached the top, I got.
Sounds like Ralphie's mad because you can hear his voice kind of like shaking a little bit, like trying to think, process, and argue instead of just like, fuck you, rah, 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 you know? It's like he's trying to like be cordial about it, right? That's the right word.
10 plaques, and then I just fell off and never got a plaque again. Then it'll be like, oh, Ralphie fell off. No, I'm still pushing the same brand, the same pushing right now.
No, you still pushing, but I'm saying, is the motion still the same as when Draco was here?
Every time Playerways crash a car, go to jail, no jumper post, Stink Team artist goes and crashes his new bands.
Man, they post every.
Evil, that wasn't the best response. Someone doing some fuck shit and fucking theirs off is why they get posted online. That doesn't really help make the artist look better. I don't know where I would have went right there with that argument, but I wouldn't have said they get posted online because they're a foreign whip crasher.
Everybody who crashed, they posted this nigga lush when he crashed.
But that's
his
an
car coming
unfair
through the
question,
screen.
though, to be honest. Though.
How is it unfair?
That's a very unfair question.
How is it unfair?
Because obviously, first of all, you're talking about a group that has now 3 posthumous members, okay? You know what I'm saying? And the fact that there's still any momentum should be indicative of how powerful the movement is. And the fact that there's still a bunch of people, I don't know how much contemporary LA rap music you're really listening to, but Ralphie is 1000% a pivotal part of that conversation, you feel me, as our up-and-coming Stick Team affiliates and Stick Team adjacent artists. So to act like, just act like, okay, the fact that the three of the 4 most prominent members of the group are no longer with us in the physical, that right there.
What does that prove, though? Because
That shit is still strong as hell. This
no,
shit is
what
still
I'm
going.
saying is, what I'm looking at, the ones who are still here, I'm not really hearing their names the way I was hearing them when Draco was here. When Draco got on the song with him, then I was hearing their names more.
Draco-
Draco's gone now.
Let me
I don't
stop
hear
you
it.
right there.
I feel like Viral Ways is like in a very niche, small market. Like, is he like? Pull out your phone and let us see what you saved in the last week. What are you listening to in the last couple days, last week? Like, somebody needs to like do some credit checks on this fool because, I mean, I ain't hating on Lil Russell and all that, but he probably more of a Lil Russell fan than listening to like underground gangster rap or whatever you want to call it.
Here, that's cap because Draco don't got a song with the homies.
Oh, well, then that's even worse then, because I thought he was on the song with them.
So that just shows you.
But how is that worse? You're trying to just argue and keep going when you should just admit, oh, I have heard you guys and I do listen to and blah, blah, blah. Instead of like, that's even worse. That comeback don't really make sense. Most people's don't when they're in the heat and emotion and trying to go for it. But I'm sitting back, breaking it down, seeing it for what it is, you know? Or for what it is in my opinion.
Lack of Stink Team, support. You know what I'm saying? If you was a Stink Team fan, then you would know that because none of the homies got a song with Draco.
It's a couple songs, but everybody
if
on
they
it.
got a song, I'm on it. And
Type
I was
shit.
in the studio.
So he don't got no song with Catchy, none of them.
Catchy.
Yeah,
Catchy.
of course.
That's what I'm
Catchy's not
saying.
here.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
the ones
yeah.
that are
Here.
still here.
Yeah.
Like Young Bull and Good Finesse and like that. The only
There's
time-
fools that are
they're on
incarcerated,
certain
and there's
songs.
and then the remaining, like the 4 original members that people knew of the Stink Team, 3 of them are no longer. here
I
in the
get that they not here, but what I'm saying, when he was here and the songs I seen of the members who was alive when they was alive, he did the songs
only
with them.
me now. I'm
they
the
was
only one.
Their names were bigger than when Draco was gone. Now that he's gone, I don't hear too much Stink Team in LA. I'm just keeping it G outside of throwback Draco.
For me,
I'm saying the
personally,
new
that's
music.
cap.
The
Because
last
my music,
show.
well, let's just say like after Draco died.
Stink Team took a lot of losses though. Like Catchy got hit by the drunk driver or whatever. Rest in peace. I don't know what the story with Draco. Say so. The P. A lot of the original ones are gone. I think Kel's probably got the LWAP or doing jail for a long time. Who knows whatever that story was. But like most of the originals are all wrapped up. Something happened to him. Feels like Ralphie's really the only OG. Chiefin Heavenly. He definitely got his back and he's pushing. And I mean, he got a store over there on Fairfax. Like he's pushing Draco, pushing the brand, keeping it alive. Someone doing something.
You will have a record like Slime Me Up, Fight the Force, Baldhead Jason's, The Truth Hurts, Bruce Lee Kick, and
Diabolical.
like it's so many records that was like, okay, that was after. So what records were before?
I think y'all missing his point. He not saying you ain't got no movement or no motion. Nobody ain't listening. He just saying
That's
that.
exactly what
Nah,
he
he's
said.
saying the
That's
impact of the
definitely not what I
movement
said.
was different out here than it is now. He's saying the support, the way the people was pushing behind y'all is not the same now that Draco's not here.
But of course, though, you got like he's no longer here to be. He can't. He's not
All of
making.
Draco's
We're not
fans
deba- I'm not debating the reason why, but a fact is still a fact. We can go down all the whys we want. Listen, it's like all money in.
but-
Jay Stone still got fans.
Correct.
Pac-Man still got
You
fans.
said Jay Stone and him got more motion and fans than me.
You're
That's
trying to
not what he
compare
said. That's not
motion.
what
What
he
I'm
said.
I'm
saying,
saying fans in motion and all that because you said they still got.
Fans emotion, the same thing, right? The Viral dude, like, it's funny, bro. I wonder if he like argues with his girl like this and just thinks he runs everything and like the end all, know all.
fans.
listen what I'm
Just
saying though. Hold on, let me let me land my
something
plane. You gotta let me
better
land
than
my
what I'm
plane.
doing.
I
You
think
gotta
he
let me
taking it
land my
too- I
plane
think
because
he
you
taking it more
personalize
personal.
it.
Yeah,
What I'm
yeah.
saying
course
is
he is.
the push for Jay Stone and the All Money Ends was greater when Nip was here because Nip was spearheading it. Now that Nip is gone and now the weight is on their shoulders, the motion ain't the same. Do they still got fans? Of course. They gained fans along the way. But at the level that it was when Nip was here is not the same. That's how I'm looking at the Stinks.
Fuck with Jay
It was
Stone,
here.
Pac-Man and all
Now that he's
but
gone,
Ralphie is
it's
not
not
even
the same.
comparable. Like it's not.
But stop. See, you comparing
and
yourself.
also-
It's
and
not,
also-
it's not a comparison.
You're comparing them to him. Trying to say motion. So, all right, let me think about this for a second. You got the original Stink team. Kells. I mean, we did Catchy, Draco. Those are the two big main ones. Finesse, Say So to, the Say So to P I've seen back in the original videos, but they were all independent going for it. And then you got Nipsey that's business oriented, probably signed to a label, and Jay Stone and Pac-Man. But I got their numbers pulled up, so let's just look at, all right, so Ralphie on Spotify got 356,000 monthly listeners. And I read into Spotify, so this is how Spotify works. This is 356,000 accounts that listen to him. They could listen to one song a month. They can listen to 40 songs a month by Ralphie. Those numbers aren't really public. All it really tells you is how many accounts have listened to his catalog or whatever. So you can't really judge on how big their streams are. You can just judge on how many individual people still tap in. So you got 356,000. I wish we could see like a graph of like on the months. Jay Stone got 92,000. Just to put it in perspective, you know, Ralphie's like 4 times bigger. And let's see what he say. Pac-Man, the Gunman. There we go. And Pac-Man, he's even lower than Jay Stone. He's at 68,000. We'll say 66 because it's a little above 500. So 66 or 69,000 a month. Just to put into perspective, Ralphie's definitely doing better, more fans, more motion, whatever the case may be. The only other way this could be flipped is if out of Ralphie's 360,000, if only those listen to it once a month, and now you got Pac-Man the Gunman that got 69,000 and they're listening to 20, 30 songs a month, then it could all be different, but we can't really see those numbers. I guess you can go through each song individually. I wonder how often they update these, probably once a month. But as you can see, Ralphie definitely got more motion, more all that. So if you're saying Ralphie had a little less when Draco's here or more, and you're saying Jay, some of them had more when Nipsey is here, then where are they all at now? Ralphie doing better, right?
I'm saying the motion in LA is not the same as when Draco was here.
But Viral,
That's
let me ask you a
absolute fact.
question. Did Nip have a major deal?
I don't care if he had a major deal
What do you
or
mean?
not.
That's an important thing to
That
discuss.
helps to push.
That's an important thing to discuss.
Yeah, we don't
in this
have deals.
conversation.
We do this shit.
Yeah,
What does that got to do with All Money In though?
What? Because he was
the let's just say he
Label
is,
resources
Nipsey
were
was
pushing
the
it.
motion. Draco was the motion. Anything under that is the motion.
correct. And
But the
fact-
motion is not the same when Draco's gone. Is what I'm
I
saying.
mean, yeah,
obviously
he was at
that's
the
gonna.
height.
Yeah, but Draco, I mean, Nipsey was more associated with the street corner, with a neighborhood, where Draco, I guess, he was, I don't think he technically wasn't from anywhere, and he definitely didn't, like, set up a corner store with a bunch of shit and put back into the hood. Didn't really get that far. I mean, I'm not sure, but I think he died, like, what, less than 2 years after he got out of jail? Not 100%, but I don't think it was that long. Like, he didn't even get enough chance, like, to grow old, grow out of it, and try to change and do something else. Where Nipsey was more minded about that and more from that area his whole life. It's just different strokes for different folks. But Draco, you see, and this is where I've argued with people before, because to say someone's a legend, you gotta wait and see if they transcend time, like over 10 years or whatever the case may be. You can be an icon for sure early on, set viral trends, set like fashion, style, influence, music. That's an icon for sure. To be a legend, you gotta transcend generations. So only time will tell when it comes to all that.
That's gonna hinder
like an
shit.
obvious
So then
take.
what are we arguing? Because y'all literally proving my point. That's all I said was the
I
motion
don't
ain't the
think your
same.
point was proven yet.
No.
How is it not
because,
proven?
You have to
because
prove it.
When I asked that,
It's like such a horrible argument tactic. Oh, you just proved my point. And then you make them argue how they didn't prove it. So you're like trying to argue them in circles, but you just proved my point. Like, what?
here,
who from the Stinks do you still listen to? He didn't name one name. He start naming the lifestyle.
I mean,
the lifestyle got to do with who you listen to.
There's still
Because
fools.
as the
bullies
No,
hard,
name me a rapper.
bully.
Name me a
You feel me? Like,
project.
there's
Name me a song.
As-
Name me some bars.
As
I don't want to
far
hear
as-
the lifestyle.
But look, as
Because what
far
they're
as the
doing,
Stink Team-
they go off nostalgia of Draco. Because Draco was so great. It's like, I still want to support y'all. Because me supporting y'all is supporting Draco.
nostalgia can't even be used in this context. 'Cause
Well, yeah, I mean that's what it is, kind of, right? Same thing with Jay Stone and Pac-Man. They're supporting them because they're behind Nipsey, and it's like I've had. We'll just use Juice WRLD for example. When he passed away, he had that fucking dumb bitch alley. That fucking. That's kind of like your legacy, sort of. You know, like if that person that you were close with can help carry you on, push you, it'll help the legacy. It'll help everything be better. In Draco's case, he had Ralphie. Ralphie's still pushing it. We get Ralphie if we don't get Draco. Same-minded, like each other. Ralphie seems a little more level-headed, but who knows where Draco would have been now at this point in his life? Would he been grew up a little bit and grew out of it? Who knows? I guess we never got to find out. But yeah, what fucking that fuck crazy bitch Allie, dude. Like, she's just kind of like, damn, like that's the legacy that's carried on. You know, I guess you kind of see the same shit going on with Nip and these videos that Wack has or whatever the case may be. It's kind of fucked up because whoever you keep around you. No, it's fucked up because kind of whoever you keep around you are the people that are going to carry your legacy on for time if something tends to happen to you. And I'll tell some stories too. I used to be on tour with Juice before he passed away. I lived in Encino and he ended up moving like a mile away from me. So I was the closest person that lived to him. And I met him through No Jumper and just used to go on tour with him and everything. He was cool as fuck. But yeah, I met Juice, used to go on tour with him, used to live right by me. And when he moved to LA, ended up moving right by me, so came pretty close. But I'll tell more stories about that later. Let's get more back to this fucking argument.
it hasn't even been that long yet.
I don't give a f- Draco was a legend. Period.
Yeah,
He
of
created a whole style that all these
I listen to
steal.
Draco
So
every
that's
day.
nostalgic.
Look
nigga.
at it like this. I'm 10 years in, bro. I'm still doing this shit. Like, I'm 10 years in. This 10 years.
Okay, objectively speaking, you being here in itself, people would say, "Oh, Ralphie fell off. He podcasting now."
I mean,
When you rap, hold on.
Again.
When you rap,
Independent,
no,
bro.
fuck all that.
He's
when you,
independent.
I don't give a f- nigga.
That just shows that you don't get the industry,
right or wrong,
bro.
right or wrong. When rappers go to podcasting, it's usually on the tail end of their career, and people are looking at them like, okay, they're trying to transition.
If they're mainstream signed artists, yes.
No, f- all that mainstream.
No,
if you
like-
rap and you got a fan base and you start potting, is that not negative on your rap career?
Look at Lil Yachty. He's still like, if Lil Yachty dropped next week, he going crazy, bro.
Lil
Like,
Yachty,
yes.
one of the biggest rappers in the fucking game.
And he's a
has a podcast.
podcaster.
Right.
He's a podcaster.
Is his pod still going right now? I ain't seen no clips.
So if a rapper starts streaming,
See, he hasn't even heard of it before, and he's trying to add, well, how have you no clips? It's probably because you live in a little bubble that echoes chambers everything you want to hear, instead of like surfing around and tapping in and just seeing. You probably just listen to like, fucking, what do they call it, red pill shit all day? Like, just probably in an echo chamber that just tells him everything he wants to hear.
he fell off.
Yes, T-Pain is over with. He's streaming.
No.
T-Pain is over with. He's streaming.
You're tripping, bro. T-Pain's probably making more money. Well, maybe when he first had those big songs and those tours were going good, but that dude, Johnny Shipes, brought that fool back, bro. That fool was hosting and on where they compete and they sing and they wear the costumes. T-Pain DJ, bro. T-Pain's definitely getting his shit right now. I was watching Stagecoach, the country shit they do out in Coachella. I was watching the live stream. A couple of country dudes even had him come out. Like, T-Pain is doing good. The trick, I do agree with Lush. If you're independent, you probably have more freedom to like podcast and go that route than if you're a mainstream artist and you're doing it and it's just kind of like, all right, yeah, that does look a little awkward. But I think, bro, if you can talk and like Playboy Cardi, yeah, it'd probably ruin his career. Any of these rappers that have the try to have like this crazy mystique and all that, yeah, for sure. Getting out there and doing podcasts is probably gonna ruin your career. But if you're an artist that is growing up in this time of the internet and put yourself out there and you can conversate and blah, 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 I don't think it could really hurt you. You just got to know and have people around you that are truthful, like, all right, bro, yeah, I think it works for you. Or, yeah, bro, it don't seem like it's working. Let's go back to the mystique shit. Or maybe by that point, it'd be too late to try to go back to the mystique angle. But, yeah, I mean, I agree with Lush, kind of. If you're independent, you got more freedom. Mainstream probably looks a little odd unless you're Kai Cenat and all the. But I guess he doesn't really drop too much music. But now it's like a generation do everything. Everything's in style. It's just all how do you deliver it and how do you bring it to the masses. But yeah, if you're one of those artists that have like a lot of mystique, then yeah, you're kind of screwed if you're trying to podcast.
New world, bro. You have to be
You
able
have to adapt
as an
into
artist.
the world.
You
If
have
you
to
don't,
get into
you're
it.
gonna get left behind.
I'm not
100%.
listen. I'm not saying don't do that. Get all your
I mean, I'm right here trying to do it, bro. Fuck, I can't talk shit if I'm right here trying to do this shit too. I mean, podcasting, sitting around, I mean, I'd have to fuck with them and be like cool with them. I ain't really I sit and argue with people all the time. I ain't got that much fucking energy to fucking fake care about some shit I don't care about. I'd be like, yeah, bro, you got it, bro. It's your story. Let you tell it. Fuck. I'd rather just sit here and kind of give my 2 cents on the whole shit.
chili everywhere you can. I'm not even against it. I'm saying in the eyes of the public, they're going to be looking at you like, damn, this fell off. Why is he potting and not in the booth? Why is he potting and not on tour?
I mean, rapping and podding is they go together. I feel like nowadays, like
It's 2025.
It's 2025. It's not 2003, 2004 no more. Like the rappers can start the podcast, the rappers can start the twist, the rappers can do whatever they feel like because they got the fans.
But the
The
problem is
majority of
that's
those
watering
rappers-
the game down.
Like when we see Cameron, you see Fat
Those fools are
Joe.
like 50 something.
I know.
Ain't that what
but
I
this-
just
but this-
said?
That's,
Yeah,
that's,
but
that's,
They
the
don't
point.
hear their music no more though.
Some people still
Says
listen to
who?
Jay.
You
He
wouldn't
still
listen to
got
Kiss?
fire
You
music.
guys are making
No,
like
I would not put that on my.
You wouldn't listen to Jadakiss?
Bro,
Right
see,
now,
look, what
I'm
you
not
saying is,
listening
look,
to a new
you
Jadakiss
listen
drop.
to Jadakiss right now. All right, that's like saying who won't listen to an old Ralphie song. Like who's not gonna listen to like
This just said he won't listen to Kiss.
I
It's
listen to
crazy.
Kiss. I listen to Kiss.
But
How old
that's
are you?
gonna be the old
28.
Kiss.
You won't listen to Kiss?
I will.
Who your favorite rapper?
right now?
Yeah.
That's alive.
I don't care, dead or alive. Who's your favorite rapper?
Draco. And right now, who I listen to every day? J-Bo.
Okay, so you like different type of rap then.
But no,
See, right here, when I watched this clip earlier, so I could watch it once before I wanted to react to it. As soon as I heard that, I was like, all right, for Viral Waves, probably more like on a conscious rap, like J. Cole. Who's that dude from Detroit? Damn, if you guys could think of it, let me know in the comments. Yeah, it seems like he's just more on that conscious shit.
but that's actually like pretty consistent for California right now.
No, it's not. This
Yes, it
Cali
is.
like
Bars, I
artists.
understand music.
J-Bo's the most listened to artist
listened to
in
artist right now in California.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
100%.
Nah, I wouldn't
Matter
say
of
that.
fact, matter of
I
fact,
wouldn't say that.
Viral,
Hell
viral,
no, y'all
viral,
crazy as
viral.
fuck.
J-Bo's the latest.
Maybe
Viral,
J-Bo's
in,
the latest,
in your
100%.
circle,
Viral. No,
he's
no,
not the
no,
latest.
Not in my circle.
He's the
guys.
newest.
All right, let's look. I got J-Bo's numbers right here on Spotify. But if people are bumping him all day, every day, see, he got 2.1 million on Spotify monthly. But you're like I said earlier, if that's 2.1 accounts that tap into his profile once a month and listen to at least one song. Now, if you got people that just listen to J-Bo all day, every day, and now that's 2 million people that listen to 100 of your songs a month, you're in a whole different ballgame. I was chat GPTing it the other day, and it gave me like a little like a breakdown list and like a Excel sheet type looking thing of like, oh, this many plays on average. Everything's by average, but that's where I got all this shit from. Good old chat GPT. But that's J-Bo got 2.1. Let's see what Draco got. Draco got 1.2. But I bet you a lot of Draco people, fans, listen to Draco probably at least 5 songs a day, maybe 10. So I bet you, like, if you have more of that cult fan base, your probably numbers do really good.
And the youngest.
Freshman.
You guys,
What does that mean? Nigga, that don't mean
that
you're the
means he's
latest.
the latest.
hold on.
That doesn't mean you're the latest.
no,
Do you know the
Viral.
history of the freshman list?
Ray Vaughn is on the
No, you guys
double.
Ray Vaughn's on the
I
freshman.
love Ray Vaughn music.
Ray Vaughn
He's
rap
not more
circles
lit than
around
J-Bo.
J-Bo.
correct. Listen.
Yes, you can.
No,
you can
that's
say
not
that
the
is true,
point.
but he's not more lit
That-
than
that-
J-Bo
that's-
right
that's
now.
not the point.
I love Ray Vaughn.
J-Bo
All these
isn't
niggas.
just
I love
on the.
Russell. I love Russell. I love like these. rap- they rapping ass
J-Bo
niggas.
lit right now.
No, I'm not.
No, listen,
saying he's
J-Bo
not
is
lit.
not
Being
only-
on the double XL cover
No,
don't mean you
listen.
lit. It's so
Hold
many
on.
artists
Let me cook real
who
quick.
was on that cover
5 seconds.
that
and
are
then you-
I mean, I think you have to submit to be on it. I'm sure they have some kind of qualifications, like if you submit and you don't meet this, blah blah blah. You probably don't get the next step. Like Lush about to say, J-Bo was voted on by the fans, I think.
Let's go back to this. 5 seconds. J-Bo is not only on the double XL freshman list, he was the fan vote in. You feel me? He wasn't selected by the double XL staff. The fans voted him on. The same way they voted XXXTentacion and several others back. He got voted on because his impact is so great, despite not having a radio song.
I'm not-
him going to
despite-
jail. Still
I'm
didn't
not
take his spot
arguing
away.
against J-Bo.
So the point is him saying that of all posthumous rappers, Draco is who he listens to the most, and J-Bo is the current alive rapper that he listens to the most is not out of step with the majority of California. In fact, that's
The majority of California is not listening to J-Bo. I believe it's an age
100%.
demographic.
Yes, they are.
They
Maybe
are.
the youth, for sure. I don't think the older crowd is too much listening
I just
to
see
J-Bo.
Mr.
I'm damn
Fab get on the
30.
comedy show and say, "I thought J-Bo dissed me."
Is it later?
Yeah,
In his
J-Bo.
own
hard.
head.
J-Bo.
Yeah, the younger kids, I wonder how it is, because like my kids, they be listening to music all day. I'd be tripping out because when I was young, not a lot of music was out and we had to listen to what we had. Nowadays, they got all that music that came out for the last 20, 30, 40 years at school, plus all the new stuff that's coming out at such like a high fucking rate nowadays. But yeah, I wonder like, do the young kids be listening to more older music or only new music? Because me personally, I'd be listening to all the new music. I'd be riding my bike quite a bit, and I just, all right, whatever new albums are out. I'm an album guy. I listen to a whole album. I'm not really into singles. I don't make playlists. Put out an album, I'll check it out and listen to it while I'm driving or riding. I just want like the whole experience. Maybe that's old school, or for me, it's just kind of being lazy. Like, let me just put this album on and play the whole thing. It just makes my life a little more simpler, is how I look at it. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna listen to more like whatever just came out. And then, you know, it's kind of hard because a lot of like the Apple list and all that, people are probably paying to get their album out. So you kind of gotta like follow them on Instagram. Hopefully that post does good enough so it lets you know that they got something coming out. But usually if they got like a label or people behind them, they have some kind of promo run and advertisement. So you at least see it around a little bit. And if you fuck with them, you'll be able to go find it.
Hard for sure. But what's his numbers? Pull his numbers up.
No, this is,
Okay.
you're just gonna be mad
No,
at the numbers.
no,
'cause
let's
I'm not gonna be mad at the numbers.
Yeah, you are.
you definitely are, because he's definitely the most latest right now.
I don't even know how we got to J-Bo. We were talking about Stink Team.
But you asked him his favorite artist.
Yeah.
I know, because he
Nah,
said I
you
want to listen to Jadakiss
we went from
like
artists,
it was
we
blasphemous.
went from artists to podcasting and stuff like that. But you're not gonna see Future creating a podcast. You're not gonna see Kendrick creating a podcast. You're
There's
not,
no artist-
Don't say you not, because you might.
Yeah, that's
Right
fine.
now,
That's
right
just-
now,
Might.
if
I wouldn't be
That's
mad
like-
if I saw Future do a podcast and
I'm not gonna be mad that
J-Bo
he's
has
doing
over
it, but to
2
his
million
point of what he's
monthly
saying,
Shout out to J-Bo. He doing his
they're
thing.
gonna look at you different once you start podcasting. In a
I
sense,
mean,
that's just internet people talking, saying what they talking. That don't mean that the money not coming in.
So you said J-Bo's the most listened to in LA?
I'm not
no,
saying
on the
he's
West Coast.
I'm
not
saying
in
he's
LA.
the most latest
What?
rapper right now that just came out of in
No,
California.
he said the most listened to, like Kendrick
Yeah,
don't exist.
Look. If I'm walking down the block, what do I hear? Like cars playing J-Bo more than any other rapper.
They might listen to GNX.
Like, yeah.
But like-
My nigga,
but
you
not really.
comparing J-Bo to Kendrick is blasphemous.
I'm not comparing
It's
J-Bo to
crazy.
Kendrick.
No,
No,
I'm
but you
not
said he the
comparing
most
the two.
listened to, like Kendrick don't exist.
But viral
Fucking
J.
put
Yeah, viral. It's like you want to argue Stink Team era, culture, vibe, but then you want to bring up Kendrick and all these other people and these mainstream people, and it's just kind of like it's two different worlds. It's two different niches. Yeah, man, how this guy argues is just kind of crazy. Like when you're able to pause and slow it down and think about it, but when he probably just hits you with like, you know, everything, you probably get a little flustered.
J-Bo is hot right now.
J-Bo
though.
has a niche.
the young he got the
Who hotter
he for
than
sure got
J-Bo?
the crowd.
This is where the question right now.
Yeah, who in California?
Who do you think that feel is hotter than J-Bo right now?
Take
as a new
Kendrick out of
current
the
artist?
conversation.
We're not talking about no artist that been around for 20 years.
I'm not
15
saying
we talking
he's
about
not.
Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and all these that do all these numbers, but we're not talking
Currently,
at
right
the
now.
current
What I'm
right
saying
now.
he's not. What I'm saying is, okay, we mentioned in J-Bo, who from the Stink Team is getting mentioned with that class of who's lit in Cali. That's what I mean. They're not even
Ralphie
mentioning
is.
niggas.
I'm
Ralphie
10
is.
years
That was the
old.
original. No, take Ralphie out. He's Draco's
Ralphie
brother.
doesn't count.
Listen what I'm saying.
Ralphie counts.
But I mean, now you're like trying to pick on the label. Like, what's the label supposed to do? Blah blah blah. It's like they're like a team, a crew. A lot of the fucking dudes are young from Stink Team, so they're going through trials and tribulations and trying to figure it out themselves, probably. But to say like compare them and all that, like, I think this all started from a comment because it's just a clip, so I'm not really sure how this whole thing started or came up. But I think it was a comment or like what do you call it, like a super chat or whatever.
What you talking about?
Why?
Ralphie don't count. He's
But no,
Draco's
see
brother.
How many stipulations?
I'ma
there's?
support him
We gotta
because
take
it's the
away
closest
all
to
the
Draco
homies
I
that
can
passed
get.
away.
Now take Ralphie out the
But
equation.
you only
Let's
have-
look at the rest of the stinks.
But look, you only have
Name them.
Catchy, Say So, and Draco.
And the locks
And
only
then
got.
the young is player.
Nah,
what?
cool, good looking.
Yeah, Player Ways is, by the way.
Player Ways is got smoking.
Bro, this is like me saying.
Player Ways.
I hate when people scoot off the couches. Not this couch, but like the couch of my house. Like when my dogs do it. It's just a pet peeve when people scoot off and mess up the blanket that's on it.
This is
Airways is
going
viral.
This is like me
dog.
saying the locks only got Jadakiss, Sheek, Luch, and Styles. Like, what does that mean, nigga? That's the group.
And they're all still alive and been doing this shit for a long, long time. You're talking to people that are like less than 10 years in. You ain't even gave them the time to reach that pinnacle, and half of them are rest in peace. Make it make sense, bro. But I guess this is what podcasting is getting people to talk about it.
No,
So the niggas that's
we're
in
not
the
a rap group.
Who are niggas
We're not a
listening
rap
to?
group.
Y'all rap.
We're rappers that have a group. We didn't come
They
out
never
as the
made
That's
an
a rap
album.
group,
We
nigga.
didn't-
They never made an
You
album.
said I'm a rapper that has a group. I'm
This
not a
is
rapper.
not-
What
this is
the
not-
fuck is this nigga talking
This is
about?
not.
That's
Viral Way don't get it. ASAP Mob, all kinds of people. It's like it's a crew of people that are moving and doing something, and it's just easier because say like Draco rep the Stanks, other people come up repping it, they're gonna get noticed because Draco's saying it, they're saying it, they're a part of it. All the crews now, all these people everywhere, they be doing that shit. Now I'm drawing a blank because like FBG Butter, FBG Duck, all them. That's just what people do now because someone gets big, get noticed. Oh, it's like, who's this other guy that got the same name as him or whatever the case may be.
semantics,
Clan.
nigga.
No, we just not Wu-Tang Clan. This is not the Beatles. This is not the Migos. This is not. We're all individual
They're
artists,
solo
that
artists.
came together as a group because the
That's
group
Wu
is-
Tang.
No,
They're individual artists that
But-
came together.
But you're right.
but
But
I'm a
no,
cameraman, I'm
viral.
from the Stink Team.
Hold on.
so he can rap too.
What do
The
you
whole
mean?
point is,
You're
but he
name
only
the
speaking of the rappers.
We're
We
talking
know
about the
Stink
rappers.
Team means more than just rap. But
No,
he
viral.
only speaking out directly about
the
rappers.
difference is
No,
Wu-Tang Clan made albums together. There's
I-
like,
And it's funny. His homie Messiah like tries to clean it up here and there. I feel like he kind of gets it, but Viral Way just trying to go viral, huh?
Don't give a. The rappers
We don't
who
have
rap.
a Stink Team album.
Yeah.
We
Listen-
never came out as the
He's like reading the comments as he's trying to argue. Like, leave the comments alone, bro.
Stink
They
Team,
can't be a
the
group
greatest
without an
group
album.
world. No, we came
that's
out
like
as
Black
the Stink
Hippie's
Team.
not a group, bro.
I don't give a.
Hippie's not a
The
group.
rap.
I wonder, does he get his arguing points from the chat?
Shoreline is a
who-
group.
The rappers
Yeah,
who
Shoreline
rap.
Mafia is a group.
I know what a group is. The rappers who rap, who are alive. Name them.
But we've already
just-
named
No. Let's just get it on right now. Name them.
Player Ways.
Okay.
Bully. Fucking.
Good finesse.
Good finesse.
Young Bull.
Was Young Bull.
I
from
never
the-
even
He
heard of
needed
these.
some
Day
help
three,
from
day
you.
three.
He needed help.
No, hold on.
I
no,
never
no.
even heard of
Young
these
Bull
niggas.
from Detroit is fire.
Listen,
bro.
no disrespect. I never even heard of these niggas.
Oh, no.
He not-
oh, not no more.
no,
Okay, yeah.
no.
What? This is what I'm saying. I should have heard of these niggas. I never heard of these.
Bro,
They get
it's a-
posted
it's a
on
new
No Jumper. They
generation.
get posted on the
You
internet.
are
all
no
the time.
jumper affiliates,
They
nigga.
get-
Everybody
they
gets
get-
posted
they
on no
get-
jumper.
You
They
can
get
say you're not
posted
a
on
fan,
like-
but you can't say it's
I'm
not
not
going
a.
on.
I'm not a.
Yeah, it seems like you're not a fan because you would be tapped in and know who all these people are if you were a fan and you were really paying attention and you fucked with the movement. So pretty much all it tells me by you not knowing all this shit is kind of sounding like Brandon. Brandon when he tries to talk hip hop. Like, bro, what are you listening to? He probably listens to classical or something because some of his takes are just like, bro, that's like 1990 thought process about music or something, bro. Like we're so far evolved. And then look at Lush. Look at Lush hitting the fucking joint. Like, what's he trying to do? Not put his lips on it? You got COVID right now or something, bro? That shit looks funny. But all right, it looks like it's almost over. Let's see what they end on.
Fan.
It's just
I
not in
fuck
your
with
algorithm.
Draco. I fuck with the movement y'all had going. I like what y'all was doing. Y'all came in with your own style. Y'all came in bucking against the industry. I fuck with all that. But I'm a music head. When I turn on and niggas is just being Draco 2.0s, I'm like, turn that shit off.
We need to check this guy's Spotify or Apple and see what's the last 10 albums you've saved, what's the last 10 songs you listened to, and just really kind of do a slight deep dive and just see, right, bro, what are you listening to so we can just understand you a little better because it don't seem like he listens to anything these guys are arguing about. He was just trying to do the whole Brandon thing and whatever they say, argue the opposite, like devil's advocate. I mean, I guess over time, if that's going to be the style of podcasting, just somebody playing devil's advocate, I just don't feel like it's too el natural. You know, like if y'all agree, y'all agree. If you disagree, you disagree. Trying to be someone in the bunch that's always going to disagree, I mean, I don't know. It'd probably get a little old in my opinion. But damn, we just hit 37 minutes, so I guess let me know what you like, what you don't like. Fucking subscribe, all that shit. With that, I'm out. Later.